Murph, a 1-0 win might have been more, but the important thing is 3 points on the board.
Yeah, definitely. That's the most important thing. The objective at the start of the game was 3 points, no matter what way you get them. What's pleasing is it was 3 points and a good performance. The thing that maybe was a wee bit unpleasing was the opportunities that we did miss. But like I've said all year, this time around we're creating opportunities, so we're getting ourselves in good areas. Young Gavin's in there. He's got it. He's devastated that he didn't put it in the net, and obviously Noah's the same. He's a bit upset because they're the two best chances. We did create more in the game, but they're the two best we did create in the second half, and that maybe makes the game a wee bit easier for you. But look, credit to them all, right from our number 9 right back to our number 1. They all worked their socks off. They all put a shift in, and the clean sheet was down to everyone. The 4 subs that came on the 11 that started the game, everyone contributed something in the game, and that's hugely important.
Yeah, and I suppose probably one of the most pleasing aspects for you as a coach is that your team largely dominated the game, apart from a couple of wee nervy minutes there, here and there, but largely it was a dominating performance.
I thought once we got outside the first 15 minutes of the game, I thought we controlled the game for the next 75 minutes, if truth be told. I thought we played some really good football, which I knew the 3 boys in the middle of the park are 3 footballers. McNamee, McAteer and Rainey, they all want to play. And then obviously the front 3 are a threat, and the back 4 and the goalkeeper were a good solid base. So look, it was an all round really good performance, and it's nice when you get a win. I would like it to have been a wee bit easier, but it's nice to get the win and get the performance. That normally doesn't happen all the time. It's either the win and a poor performance, or it's a great performance and no points. And tonight we got both, and look, we need that and more when we go to Cork next week, because obviously they're the runaway train, and it should be a really good experience for our boys going to Turner's Cross, and I want them to go there and embrace the challenge.
Yeah, and the dream start then for Sean Patton, but I suppose that's what he's brought in to do.
Yeah, it is. Look, he's like, all centre forwards are the same. They want to get off as quickly as they can. I'm delighted for Sean. He's got off in his home debut. Nobody will be more happy than him. He's a Drumkeen boy. He's only down the road. He obviously went through Drumkeen early days, and then came to Harps, went on to Derry, and then he's come back here on loan. He's been buzzing all week in training. I rung him this morning, to tell him he was playing, because I knew he hadn't started a senior game before. He's come off the bench, but it's completely different when you're being thrown in. I rung him and rung Gavin and spoke to both of them and said, look, you'll play this evening, so just get your head around it and enjoy it, and remember, it's just a game, and play it the way you played it when you were a young boy. And I think both did that, and they got ample help with the people around them. But I'm certainly not going to single them 2 out, because I thought 1 to 15 was magnificent, and even the ones that didn't get on, they're still encouraging the boys from the bench. So it shows me they're a good, happy squad. Yes, there's a few disappointed that they're maybe not playing, but they're cheering their mates on, and that's vital.
Yeah, and bringing youth through. We've long talked about it, but when you look at that goal, the average age of that goal was 18 between Dixie, Gavin and Sean. It's easy to forget that Dixie's a young fellow there too.
Yes, I think because of the games Dixie's played at Ballinamallard, obviously a lot of people think he's maybe older than he is. He's only 20, so he's still a lot of learning. And again, his work rate tonight was magnificent. He headed so many balls out of the box, and he worked so hard. He helped Kevin, who obviously was just coming back. He worked extremely hard in front of Kevin to double up and help him at times. And Patrick is that. You know him, Nigel. You see him at training. That's Patrick. And I'm delighted for him, because he was going through that wee bit of a period where he was being very hard on himself. We've tried to work with him to be a bit easier on himself and enjoy the game more, and he seems to be doing that. So, but him, like the rest tonight, all put in a shift, and you're going to need that next week for sure. But you're going to need that for the last 13 games of the season. Yeah, and I suppose another pleasing aspect as well, a clean sheet, another for Tim, who has been in and out of the team at times there, but another assured performance from him. Oh yeah, look, delighted for Tim, as you say. It's another clean sheet, but I'm sure Tim will be the first to acknowledge the 4 in front of him and then the 6 in front of them. no matter which ones came onto the pitch, the amount of balls that came into the box, the ones that Tim could come and claim, he come and claimed magnificently well. The ones that had to be headed out were headed out. And all in all, the clean sheet was a full team clean sheet. It just wasn't about individuals, so they all deserve huge credit for that. And it's nice to get a clean sheet and 3 points and a good performance. It's very rarely you get that in football, but we got that here this evening.
Yeah, finally, I suppose a lot will be made of new signings, transfer window, and this, but the return of Max Hutchison, Kevin Jordan, and Connor Toure, so it's like 3 new signings, really.
It is, and obviously young Gavin, and then obviously Patton. But that's the massive point that I know supporters out there want to see fresh faces and new faces, but the 3 that you've just mentioned, look, we haven't had for a long time, and obviously the return of Aaron McLaughlin as well. So look, that's bolstered the squad. We had 19 in the squad this evening, and we still have to add David Cawley and Luke O'Brien to that, so we're going to need them as well. We're going to need everybody. And just on that, David Cawley, the boys wanted to put a shift in for him this evening, and if David would have been here playing, he would have been proud of them, because he's going through a tough time, and our thoughts and prayers are with him and his family. It's certainly not easy what he's going through, obviously losing his father-in-law. So, but the boys wanted to go out and put in a performance and a show and get 3 points from him, and they've done that, and we're all delighted, and we're all here, as I say, to support him, and he knows if he needs any of us where we are.